Hi, this is a project that aims to determine the effects of the invention of Kraft mac and cheese on modern American culture and economy and analyze the possible outcomes of Kraft not being invented. Dishes that incorporated noodles and cheese date back to Italian dishes from over 500 years ago, but who popularized the mac and cheese that we know today? The answer is actually quite surprising, as Thomas Jefferson was the one who brought our modern mac and cheese to fame. Jefferson encountered macaroni in France and northern Italy in the early 1700s and brought it back to the United States, where he served it at gatherings. Later, one of his cousins published his recipe in her cookbook called The Virginia Housewife, where the dish gained great popularity among Americans. Later, this dish was produced in boxed form and its popularity soared. Kraft mac and cheese was invented by James Lewis Kraft during the Great Depression. It used powdered and dried ingredients, making it so the meals could be prepared quickly and last for a long time. Kraft was invented as a cheap but quick way to feed a family during the Great Depression. In 1917, the time of its invention, making homemade mac and cheese cost 35 cents, while Kraft only cost 19 cents, nearly half the cost. This helped people to save money and time during some of the most difficult economic perils in United States history. Kraft was invented by James Lewis Kraft, a Canadian American from Chicago. He obtained a patent for processed cheese in 1916 and built a business of shelf-stable mac and cheese. Kraft was invented as an inexpensive and quick meal because many Americans were very poor and could barely afford food. One of its biggest perks besides that, however, was that it took very little equipment to prepare, which was beneficial to households that couldn't afford kitchen appliances. By offering these inexpensive meals, Kraft helped families stretch their budgets for food and spiked consumer demand for more affordable products. As a successful company, Kraft inspired affordable production of food and boosted the job market while also playing a large role in stabilizing the food industry. Kraft also offered a new style of commercials and advertising as their company grew. Their ads were humorous, had catchy slogans and emotional appeal to audiences. Many other companies caught on, and the food marketing strategies of Kraft influenced and still continue to influence the advertisement aspects of emotion and convenience. Kraft has established itself as a part of American cultural identity, appearing in movies, memes, social media, and even in discussions about food security and poverty. Kraft has had a lasting impact on the food industry as we know it. Without Kraft, there would be less affordable food culture in America. Kraft's influence on modern advertising, as well as convenience of food, is indisputable. Additionally, the Kraft Heinz Company has played a pivotal role in charities and foundations for food accessibility and combating poverty. Without it, there may be less awareness of poverty and activism to support global quality of life. In recent years, Kraft has supported many charities and nonprofit organizations. In an article, the company states this: the Kraft Heinz Foundation, and prior to that, the H.J. Heinz Holding Corporation, has been a partner of Rise Against Hunger since 2013, originating from the desire to provide nutritious and efficient meals to those facing hunger around the world. Our partnership with Rise Against Hunger now impacts a wide variety of issues, ranging from addressing global hunger through localized urgent needs to wider systematic long-term projects. Today, we are Rise Against Hunger's largest partner. Without the invention of Kraft, there wouldn't be as much support and action being taken to help those who are unable to afford food, both in the times of the Great Depression and in our world today. This is shown in the way that they donate to food banks, the funding they provide to food banks and other organizations, their community outreach, such as the volunteer events they participate in, taking part in micronutrient campaigns, and their continued support for sustainable agricultural projects. As we talked about earlier, Kraft is very involved in Rise of Hunger, a global nonprofit. They have provided over 75 million macronutrient sachets, a pouch that is filled with a blend of essential vitamins such as iron, zinc, vitamin A, folic acid, and iodine. They have pledged $15 million over 3 years to support Rise Against Hunger efforts, with the funding aiming to provide 463 million meals, helping to advance their goal of delivering 1.5 billion meals to those in need by the end of 2025. Kraft also actively involves its employees in volunteer activities, most notably food packaging. On a slightly different side of this, they supply warehouses to store ingredients and packing materials, as well as helping with transportation planning, especially for remote or other hard to reach places. For our topic, we chose 9.4, which was explain the causes and effects of economic and technological change over time. As technology has improved over the past century of craft, the company has managed to keep pace with consumer demands and continued their morals of affordability. During crises such as the market crash of 2008 and COVID-19, consumers again turned to reliable and affordable producers such as craft. And although sales declined, the company did its best to keep prices the same. The Kraft Heinz Company has adapted to the movement of health and nutritional awareness, including changing their recipes to be artificial dye and preservative-free, helping to maintain their public image and beat out competitors. Kraft has also expanded its reach to over 40 countries and now includes gluten-free and organic options, as well as convenient microwavable cups, which greatly increased their sales and marketability.